It's late right now, quiet, and whether you realize it or not, someone is watching you, not the world, not the people you're trying to impress, your future self, the version of you that exists because of what you do next, or what you keep avoiding. Right now, that future version is either grateful or disappointed. There is no neutral outcome. Every second you sit here listening, time is moving forward without asking your permission. You can feel it if you're honest. That subtle pressure in your chest, that sense that something is slipping. You tell yourself you have time. You tell yourself you'll get serious later, after this phase, after things calm down, after you feel ready. But listen closely. Ready is a lie. Time tells you to keep you comfortable, and comfort has never built anything worth becoming. Let me ask you something. Not a question you answer out loud, a question you answer with your life. What did you do yesterday that actually moved you forward? Not what kept you busy, not what filled the hours, not what made you feel productive without producing anything real. What did you do that required discomfort? What did you do that demanded discipline? If nothing comes to mind, that silence is speaking to you. You're not tired. You're distracted. You're not overwhelmed. You're unfocused. You're not stuck. You're comfortable staying exactly where you are. And that truth stings because it puts responsibility back where it belongs. On you. You scroll, you plan, you think, you consume other people's progress while telling yourself your turn is coming. But time doesn't reward intention. It only responds to action. And every excuse you repeat sounds reasonable in the moment, until years pass and you realize those excuses cost you your potential. This is the part nobody wants to admit. Most regret doesn't come from failure. It comes from neglect, from the things you knew you should do but didn't, from the version of you that kept getting postponed. Think about who you said you'd be by now. The strength, the discipline, the freedom, the confidence. Where is that person? Still coming, still loading, still waiting for conditions to be perfect, or quietly fading because you chose comfort one too many times. This is where it gets heavy. This is where most people look away, because it hurts to admit that time didn't betray you. You betrayed it. Years don't disappear. They are spent, and once spent, they're gone. No refunds, no rewinds, no explanations accepted. There's a version of you that wakes up one day and realizes the window closed. Not dramatically, not with alarms, quietly, with a thought like, I should have started earlier. That moment doesn't scream, it whispers, and that whisper is devastating, because by then, you don't lack motivation, you lack time. But this isn't where the story ends. This is where it turns. Because as long as you are breathing, the door is not locked. But hear this clearly. No one is coming to save you. No message, no opportunity, no sudden burst of motivation that carries you the rest of the way. Waiting for motivation is how people stay average. Waiting for clarity is how dreams expire quietly. The people who change their lives don't feel ready. They feel responsible. They stop asking, how do I feel today? And start asking, what does this moment require? That shift changes everything. Time is not money. You can earn money back. Time is life, and every day you wake up, you are either investing it or burning it. Think of time like fire. Used correctly, it forges strength. Ignored, it spreads and destroys. You don't lose time all at once. You lose it in small, comfortable choices. 5 more minutes. 1 more episode. Tomorrow instead of today. And suddenly, years are gone. Not because you were unlucky, but because you were undisciplined. Look at your habits. They're honest. They tell the truth about what you value. If your goals mattered more than comfort, your actions would already show it. That's not an insult. That's a mirror. And mirrors don't judge, they reveal. The question is whether you're brave enough to respond. Here's what separates those who change from those who stay stuck. Ownership. Not motivation, not inspiration. Ownership. They stop blaming time, circumstances, other people, their past. They realize something uncomfortable and freeing at the same time. No one owes them their future, and no one can steal it either, except them. You don't need more information. You don't need another plan. You don't need permission. You need to decide that your future deserves discipline today. Discipline when it's boring. Discipline when no one is watching. Discipline when it would be easier to quit. That's where self-respect is built. Not in big moments, in quiet ones. Imagine your life like a debt. Every day you procrastinate, interest accumulates. Every day you act, you make a payment. Ignore it long enough, and the cost becomes unbearable. Face it now, and the weight starts to lift. Time doesn't punish you for starting late. It only punishes you for never starting. So here we are, this moment. No hype, no countdown, no music drop needed. Just you and a choice. You can close this and return to familiar patterns, or you can decide that this is the moment your future self remembers, not because everything changed instantly, but because something changed deliberately. One action, one uncomfortable step, one thing you've been avoiding that you will do immediately after this ends. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because waiting is the most expensive habit you have. You don't become disciplined by thinking about it. You become disciplined by acting when you don't feel like it. You don't build confidence by imagining success. You build it by keeping promises to yourself. And you don't respect yourself by talking about potential. You respect yourself by honoring it. The clock is moving. It will keep moving whether you rise or remain still. The question isn't, do you have time? The question is, who are you becoming with the time you're spending? Your future self is watching, not with anger, not with pity, with hope. Don't make that hope foolish. Stand up, choose, act. Because this moment will never come again, and silence is waiting for your decision.